On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, we remember them. We gather at the war memorials throughout the United Kingdom. We remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice and given their lives. To many, the names inscribed on the various memorials are merely names. They have no face. They have no identity other than those who may be remembered by close family and friends. It is appropriate that we give identities to those named on the memorials, insofar as our ancestors in the 1920s and 1930s recorded the names of those lost in the Great War of World War I and later in the War of World War II, that we should recognize and remember them. In proud and grateful memory of the men of Rhymney who gave their lives for us in the Great Wars, 1914 to 1919 and 1939 to 1945. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. St. John chapter 15 verse 13. This memorial in Rhymney, like many of the memorials throughout Wales and the rest of the United Kingdom, recognize those who gave their lives in both world wars to help to protect their family, their friends, and their country from the aggression of a foreign power. It is right that we remember them. There are 64 names on the area recording the casualties of World War II on the Rhymney Memorial. I've completed the profiles of those that I am able to confirm for the west, south and east side of the listings. However, there are some challenges with some of the names listed. One of these would be Bailey, WC or WG, and I have included this name in the fourth video concerning the World War II casualties. I have attributed the name of H. Davis to Harry Bracken Davis, who resided on Maria Street in Rhymney. He served in World War I and potentially in World War II and died in 1946. There are questions of identity for V. Hill, C. Jones, A. Jones, B. Jones, D. E. Jones, A. Howells, D. R. Jones, W. Lewis, D. L. Morgan, J. O'Brien, D. G. Williams, E. Williams, H. Williams, and C. John. I've included these individuals in the fourth video with as much detail as I could provide. In this series of 4 videos on the World War II casualties, I have grouped the casualties under the reference of the place of burial or commemoration in the Commonwealth War Graves Commission cemetery or memorial records. Owen, Thomas, Idris, Raglan, Flight Sergeant 528629. Parry, Arthur, Sergeant, 62421. Pierce, Edward Cyril, Lieutenant, 328452. Rogers, William Emlyn, Private, 3913728. Powell, Gladwin, Fusilier, 4074988. Powell, Maynard, Thomas, Guardsman, 2735354. Price Cyril, private 3911490. Price Charles Edward, Corporal 516314. Thomas Vivian Misak, Gunner 926476. Williams John Morgan, Gunner 1594136. Price David, Lance Corporal 5630400. Prothero John and Irene, Private 14605358. Sims Thomas, Driver 191146. Swales, George Thomas, Chief Steward. Tar, Frederick James, Sergeant 3955085. Thomas Albert Edward, Warrant Officer 1836303. Thomas William Henry Guardsman 2738052. Williams Eric Edward, Flight Sergeant 562960. The Commonwealth War Graves Commission has the responsibility for over 23,000 locations in more than 150 countries and territories, where they maintain the graves in the individual cemeteries. Their motto, caring for the fallen. The Commission do a tremendous job maintaining the war records of 1.7 million Commonwealth men and women for whom they maintain graves and memorials. Their website provides in-depth detail of the commemorated's rank, full name, service number, regiment, the date died, sometimes the age of death, and the location of the grave or the memorial site. A Commonwealth War Graves certificate states commemorated in perpetuity by the Commonwealth War Graves Commission. These certificates often show a photograph of the specific memorial or cemetery site. The name of the deceased soldier's nearest relatives are often recorded on the Commonwealth War Graves certificates. As part of the concept of Rhymney virtual tours, I have utilized Google Earth to capture images around the cemeteries located in France and Belgium and in other countries of the world where the individual regiments and soldiers are commemorated. It will be seen on the certificates of the Commonwealth War Graves Commission that identify the individual cemeteries. In some cases, individuals are buried in local cemeteries. Rhymney's St. David's Parish Church have several graves, as does the Rhymney Cemetery itself. There were also individuals buried at the Graig Cemetery who are now recorded on the Cardiff Wall of Memorial. In view of the confusion in trying to locate various named individuals who have common names like Davis, Evans and Jones and a few others, I have in fact included some extracts of other individuals who will be recorded hopefully on other memorials in their own communities. I have also recorded several names of individuals who in fact died after the war, who may or may not be recorded on the Rhymney Memorial, and also the names of some individuals who lived into late and ripe old age, even though they suffered and fought for the people of Rhymney and their relatives. It is easy to forget the burden carried by those who survived and by those families who lost husbands, fathers, sons and daughters in both great conflicts. We give our praise and we extend our immemorial sympathies and empathy for the losses endured on the deaths of these brave soldiers who should be remembered fully. In Flanders fields the poppies blow, between the crosses, row on row. that mark our place, and in the sky the larks, still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw the torch, be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who died, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields. McCrae, John, Lieutenant Colonel, MD. The Imperial War Museum records the location of the Rhymney Memorial at the centre of village at the junction of Victoria Road and High Street, Victoria Road, Rhymney Valley, Mid Glamorgan, NP225LL, Wales. A two-step base surmounted by a tapering plinth shaft and Celtic cross. On the north facing face, the 6 o'clock face, with the commemorative inscription, are also the words on the cross of Mewn Hangoff Ni Chant Ford, they shall not be forgotten. The Rhymney Memorial includes an inscription that says, designed by Edward A. Gilbert of Rhymney, 1883-1936. Edward Gilbert was a postman in Rhymney and the father of Norman Gilbert, the school teacher at the Lawn School. His brother Graham, both are remembered in the documentary on Rhymney created by Jack Howells, introduced by Carl Francis, attributed to the commission from Alan Vaughan, and made in 1972. Return to Rhymney. From the archives of Harlech TV, HTV. When you go home, tell them about us and say, for your tomorrow we gave our today.